Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Severe thunderstorms are producing damaging winds, hail, and a few tornadoes are expected across parts of the Central Plains and lower to mid-Missouri Valley. Heavy to excessive rainfall could produce flooding across portions of the Ohio Valley into the central Appalachians. Closer to home, a passing upper-level trough will result in breezy winds from the west across southern New Mexico. Although the winds are near critical thresholds, fuels are critically dry across the state and relative humidity will be near 5%. These factors will result in near critical fire weather conditions. Therefore, the National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning for critical fire weather conditions in effect from noon until 8 p.m. today. A red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to extreme fire behavior.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. Alamogordo Fire Department urges all residents and visitors to remain vigilant and take extra precautions in light of the current dry conditions and heightened fire dangers. Some key fire safety tips for our community are: avoid using open flames outdoors, including barbecues, fire pits, or any other burning. Always ensure fire rings or barbecue pits are properly managed and avoid using them in windy conditions. Proper disposal of cigarettes. If smoking, make sure to fully extinguish cigarettes and dispose of them in a safe, non-flammable container. Never discard cigarette butts on the ground or in dry areas. Vehicle safety. Avoid parking vehicles on dry grass or areas with tall vegetation, as hot exhaust pipes could spark fires. Be mindful of equipment use. Ensure that lawnmowers, chainsaws, and any equipment that could generate sparks are used with caution and not in windy conditions. Check equipment regularly for safety. Stay informed. Follow local fire restrictions and guidelines, and remain alert to any updates or emergency notifications issued by local authorities. The fire risk in Alamogordo is high due to ongoing dry conditions. Together, we can keep Alamogordo safe. Please stay alert and practice fire safety at all times.
We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control with roadblock information for Tuesday, the 17th of June. For Tuesday, the 17th of June, Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, War Highway, Owen Road, and Nike Avenue will be open all day.
Yesterday, the Carrizozo Police Department was contacted by local businesses regarding a suspicious person in a black SUV who was approaching multiple customers in the parking lot. When police arrived, the driver of the suspect vehicle drove away at a high rate of speed as though he was avoiding contact with police. Police did pursue, and the vehicle finally stopped for a traffic offense. The driver was contacted and identified using a Romanian ID card. It was discovered that the driver had been previously contacted and trespassed from that business for fraudulent activity. The subject has been at several gas stations in Lincoln County and surrounding counties, approaching unsuspecting persons with jewelry that they try to pass off as real and sell it at a high price. However, the jewelry is fake. It was also discovered that they are suspected of placing skimmers at gas pumps to capture customers' credit card numbers to fraudulently use their accounts for online purchases. During the investigation, it was also discovered that the driver and his wife were in the nation illegally. ICE was contacted and responded, then took the couple into custody for immigration violations. New studies show that Holloman Lake is the most contaminated ecosystem in the world with regards to PFAS chemicals. It's a dire situation that has a few good solutions, but it may also give scientists a unique opportunity to help prevent these ecological disasters in the future. James Kenney is Cabinet Secretary with the New Mexico Environment Department. He spoke at KRQA.
The bad part about PFAS, they are known carcinogens at this point. They can cause cancer. They can cause reproductive health issues in both men and women. And by just simply being there and eating the insects and the grasses and they're picking up these PFAS levels.
Holloman Lake has become contaminated with these dangerous chemicals through decades of waste dumping by the U.S. Department of Defense. Now researchers are detecting record-breaking levels in nearby wildlife. Jean-Luc Catron with UNM Biology Department Museum of Southwestern Biology.
The levels of contamination that we found in some of the wildlife are 30 million times greater than that MCL, that maximum contaminant level.
Professor Catron says cleaning up a contaminated space like this would be a monumentally expensive project and something that has never been attempted at this scale.
One of the things that's possible is to cover the contaminated soils with fresh, uncontaminated soils and replant the vegetation and then monitor everything extensively. Contamination underground, which is something that we can't forget. What would be involved is treatment of the groundwater, pulling the groundwater through an air stripper, and then use technology to get rid of the PFAS, re-inject the groundwater, upgrading somewhere.
This dangerous situation does offer unique opportunities. With such high levels of PFAS, it could serve as a sort of natural laboratory. Professor Catron hopes that scientists and state leaders can take these lessons learned and become more proactive with preventing it from ever happening again. He recommends officials start a biomonitoring program to search for more sources of PFAS contamination and stop them before they get to these dangerous levels. The village of Tularosa is having a workshop this Wednesday at 6 p.m. The agenda is available by viewing villageoftularosa.com. The village of Tularosa is looking for a couple of certified police officers.
We have 2 positions open for a full-time police officer certified. I can't have no certified. They got to be certified. One is for a resource officer at the schools at $30 an hour, and the other one is a lieutenant, and that amount is negotiable with their experience.
Tularosa Mayor Debbie Cooksey speaking with KALH. You can hear her comment in full by visiting our YouTube channel. The 4-year-old through 5th grade Discovery Camp is happening June 23rd through the 27th from 8 until noon at Sunset Hills Elementary. Admission is free, breakfast and lunch will be provided, and the kids are going to receive an unforgettable adventure where art, history, and STEM collide. For more information, alamogordoschools.org. The public is invited to the Juneteenth event at Washington Park. That's on June 14th from 10 until 2. Food vendors, raffles, and a whole lot more. You are strongly advised to bring a lawn chair. If you have any questions, send an email to alamogordonmjuneteenth@gmail.com. The Alamogordo Public Schools Student Nutrition Summer Food Program is happening now through July 30th. Free summer meals for kids aged 1 to 18. Breakfast served from 8 until 9, lunch from 11 till 1, Monday through Friday. For a list of sites, visit the Alamogordo Public Schools Facebook page. Tularosa Schools presents Summer Food Rocks. Free summer meals for all children 18 and under, now through August 1st, Monday through Friday, 11 until 12:30 at Tularosa Elementary and Tularosa High. It's important to watch your water usage. We check now with Acting City Manager Dr. Stephanie Hernandez.
Just a friendly reminder, we enacted our outdoor watering schedule. Remember, odd number addresses water on Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Even number addresses on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And also remember, absolutely no watering on Mondays, and always water before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
The village of Tularosa has a similar watering schedule in effect as well. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the big LES news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez, available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
Mario Leyba of Albuquerque is facing a long list of charges after Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies said they caught him with child pornography. Google notified the Sheriff's Department that Leyba uploaded multiple images of children in sexual positions. Detectives said they found a hard drive with even more photos, and Leyba had created at least 4 of those. He's scheduled for pretrial detention hearing today. and facing charges for voyeurism and possession, as well as 4 counts of manufacturing child pornography. The New Mexico State Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting involving the United States Marshals Service and a task force officer in Clovis. Details are very limited, but the suspect was shot. Condition has not yet been released. However, the marshal and officer have been deemed okay. Sunland Park Fire put out a trash fire yesterday morning at around 7:30 in the desert area of Sunland Park. Firefighters noticed heavy black smoke and went to investigate. The fire contained mattresses, carpets, and roofing materials. The location required the use of the department's off-road brush unit. A huge investment into the land of enchantment, and this is how the governor described it.
1, this is a big damn deal. 2, 3,000 construction jobs. I mean, the stuff that makes a difference right this minute in the lives of New Mexicans.
And what excites her most about it?
I'm excited that they're bringing $1 billion into the state of New Mexico. The state isn't doing any direct investment.
Josh Brewer is the executive director at XGS Energy and spoke with KOAT.
There are different approaches from a technology perspective based on what you do from a design subsurface as well as surface.
So this is what it does. Geothermal energy comes from the Earth's core. When it's extracted, this energy can be used for electricity, heating, cooling, and industrial-level power. The partnership with XGS is also a collaboration with Meta. Rob Black is the Cabinet Secretary Designee for the Economic Development Department.
This partnership will use advanced geothermal technology from XGS Energy and generates clean, firm power with zero operating water use.
The project's goal is to harvest 150 megawatts of geothermal, which experts say is enough to power 10,000 homes. Now, New Mexico is not new to this. Back in '84, geothermal wells were constructed in the state, but now it's going to be done at a much larger scale. The first site for this project is expected to be up and running by 2030. Sandia National Labs is marking a major milestone for the U.S. nuclear security enterprise, and they're doing so earlier than expected. The first production unit of the B-6113 is officially complete about a year ahead of schedule. Sandia says they served as a lead system integrator and design agency for the unit's non-nuclear components. Scientists say the newly completed bomb that relies on gravity to reach its target comes with increased yield compared to previous versions. In May, the Department of Energy Secretary Chris Wright diamond-stamped the B-6113, signifying the unit's readiness for deployment to the U.S. nuclear stockpile.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so. Sometimes it's okay to think you know, but when it comes to the right car seat for your child's age and size, don't just think. No. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Every summer, it happens, again and again. A parent steps away for just a minute, but that minute can turn deadly. On a hot day, the temperature inside a parked car can soar by 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Even with the windows cracked, the heat builds fast, becoming a deadly trap for a child. Children's bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. Heat stroke can begin when a child's body reaches 104 degrees. At 107 degrees, it can be fatal. Last year alone, 24 children died in the U.S. from being left in hot cars. Each one preventable. Never leave a child in a vehicle, not even for a minute. Look before you lock. This message is brought to you by the Alamogordo Fire Department and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Protect kids, prevent tragedy.
The National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning for critical fire weather conditions in effect from noon until 8 p.m. A red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to extreme fire behavior. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny and hot, winds gusting up to 31 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 32. Sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 102. Low tonight of 69. High tomorrow, 99 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 33 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 36. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 20. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 80. Low tonight of 53, high tomorrow 77 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes this Tuesday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.